could you think of there is one group that is being ridiculed for like the most astonishing things ever, the most horrendous thing, like like pipe bombing a school or something? What group will that be? And I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm just gonna answer for you right now. Vegans. For those who don't know what a vegan is, I'm pretty sure you do. But for those who live in Iraq or don't have a phone or basically has never heard of the word vegan, I'll just show you the dictionary meaning right now. So according to this, vegan is a person who does not eat any food derived from animals and who typically does not use other animal products. After I searched this is what really represents a vegan, and I also saw the examples. I am a strict vegan, which is really freaking funny because what I'm about to say is, something related to this, and it's gonna be offending a few vegans here, or maybe not, depending on you. Now, why with the title, vegans are being mistreated or misguided, being misunderstood? Well, buckle up, Buttercup. Grab your pants, pull your seatbelts, strap in, because I'm going to tell you a big secret here. This is going to shock you. This is going to be pretty wild, but I used to be vegan. Well, at least I tried to be vegan. That's it. I'm putting the towel down, hands down. I was a vegan, yeah. I was trying to be vegan for like a few months. It ended up fairly. So, yeah, we'll start the conversation there about vegans and stuff. In Indonesia, you've probably seen vegans before. I was trying to become vegan, and then the reason why I quit because I couldn't keep up with my body. I was exercising, I was still in taekwondo training, and for some reason my body was really weak. I know I ate a lot of tofu and a lot of tempeh and a lot of soybeans. God damn, there's a fly right there. Yeah, but that doesn't give me enough protein, what I need instead of chicken on a daily basis. So yeah, I quit and start shoving chicken nuggets and hamburgers right on my face. It's pretty wild. You don't know that, but I used to be really skinny. Well, not really. I'm pretty buff right now, but I was skinny, all bone skinny, noodle pasta, spaghetti skinny. I had skinny noodle arms when I was a kid. It's almost come to the point where I barely can almost run. I was really active during gym class, and now I wasn't because I didn't get enough protein I needed. Now for the vegans right here, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, that's just a different thing. You see, actually, nerd emoji and shit, whatever. I don't care. Humans are different. We can't all relate to you vegans here. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but if I want to eat meat, I want to eat meat. To some of you who are vegan, are probably gonna find this offended, but I think you should go on a meat purge, like in an episode of American Dad where Haley accidentally ate meat, and then the next thing Roger asked him, "Hey, you should go on a meat purge, just one day without eating meat." And to my thought, for those vegans, that's pretty good idea. I mean, come on, meat is delicious. You can't expect me to not eat it. You got steak, ribeye, hamburger, season it. Unless you're white. I'm kidding, no. I know you guys. Some of you all don't season your meat or something. That's pretty wild. Just sprinkle some salt, pepper, and then lime. Actually, that's pretty good, not gonna lie. But we are in Indonesia, meat here, most consumes probably chicken. It's pretty good season. You got delicious food here anyway. Now all the junk of talking that stuff, why am I saying that vegans are being ridiculed or being misunderstood? Well, we all know that vegans are not really the nice person to know, unless you're actually meeting the good person. Some people I know are vegan, and they're not even mean. And I'm not talking about those vegans who are start shooting a guy who's trying to kill an animal to feed his parents. I mean, if you feed his children. I'm not those kind of people, and none of my friends are those kind of people. But for some reason, there are some vegan extremists that can think that humans should not eat meat and maybe start living off the land, drinking shredded glass shred grass on a cup and basically live like animals do. But much like in other kind of animals, such as lions and mostly carnivores, like even not even carnivore animals, there are some animals who eat both. I don't know what those are called. They eat meat, just like us. We eat meat. If it wasn't for our ancestors finding out that eating meat was healthier and roasting it and cooking it, we wouldn't be this perfect Homo sapien body or Homo erectus body right now. We would have been all skin and bones, walking, and probably get eaten by predators as well. Even, did you know that orangutans, or not mostly orangutans, did you know that ape animals that from, or mostly like the monkeys, or kind of apes, they eat meat too? Did you know there was an orangutan that almost caught a fish? Well, I think they did catch a fish. They actually made a spear to catch a fish, and they eat the fish. That's how those animals survive. Did you also know that ants also are a cannibalist? I'm not saying that you should be a cannibalist, but if you notice that some ants that took their bodies and eat their relatives, well, not relatives actually. Also, fish don't feel pain. There's a research that shows that if fish that don't actually feel pain, or just pain, or I don't know, there's some kind of, they're mostly stupid. I'm not saying they're too intelligent, they're just stupid and they don't feel pain. They don't probably have pain receptors, that's it. Yes, you see the fish market, you start wobbling around because they they could suffocate without getting water, and then their heads being chopped off and their lungs getting cut out. Yeah, they don't feel anything, so you're fine. You don't have to cry about it. But that's what the vegans do. They cry for some kind of life that they don't deserve. We here as humans are supposed to eat meat, yeah. And they have the audacity to show these kind of videos. They will basically show you like videos. Oh, did you know this is what you're eating? Did you know animals die for you, for your satisfaction? Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that animals died. Humans died. Plants died. Everything dies. It's not like a freaking magical wizard zaps me like a sirloin steak into my plate and says, "Oh, thank you, magical wizard. I didn't know that you made this." Yes, animals came from barns, and they were born, and they were slaughtered, like almost every other animal. Even humans get eaten by animals, like carnivores, or like bears, like suddenly found a human. I don't think bears mostly eat humans, they mostly eat like berries and honey and stuff, but you get the point. Even mountain lions. It has gone so far into the fact they were starting to protest in front of barns and infiltrate the barns just to free the chickens from the barns. There are some barns that have bad conditions where chickens live. Yeah, that makes sense. That sucks for them though. Most people don't really want to quit their job. Most people actually like meat, and most people actually work as a butcher. They don't want their place to be slandered, and they don't want their place to get bomb reviewed by mass vegans. It's almost has gone too far enough that you start going to butcher shops and just start protesting there, which props to them, they're getting more people. I thought they were like, oh, there's so many people going to this butcher shop, that means there's so many people are buying. Oh wait, no, they're not. Just look at one of the signs. Wings are for flying, not for frying. To be honest, one of the puns are really funny. So it's like, ponies, fairy tale, human slaughter. Well, yeah, no shit. There's a lot of slaughter going on. How do you think people get their meat? If you're ever in a situation when someone doesn't like your opinion or the world's against you, you may join some other people. Just don't mess with the other people. People want to enjoy food. And I don't care if you say, but we need to tell them that they're ruining the ecosystem. They're ruining everything. These animals have feelings. Yeah, I know. Most of these animals have feelings. Some animals don't. That's why some of them were treated great. Some of them were slaughtered humanely. And some of them or don't. That's something that you should be worried, but you should not be solving. If you even want to solve that, animals are not being treated well in barns, you should protest them to make them better conditions and for them to be stronger and better so people can consume them and not should be let free. Vegans always wanting to let go of the animals, let them be free in the wild. What do you think is gonna happen? They're starting to live peace and happily, start living like a fairy tale where all the butterflies and fairies and rainbows coming. No, they get eaten by bears and predators and mostly other kind of animals that are carnivores. It's the circle of life. Everyone gets eaten. And much like the circle of life, we are in the top of the food chain. I know, it's crazy, but yes, we are in the top of the food chain. Some of these vegans are very knowable. Mostly, I'm not gonna say it because I'm not trying to get, backlash or clout, but any clout is good clout. Vegan teacher. There, I just do that for you. Make sure you find it in Google if you want to. Those were being known as the most extreme of all vegans. Trying to pursue people like, oh, if you're not vegan, you're seen as the mustache guy who kills 7 billion Jewish people. Not the fact that he also tried to threaten, well, not actually threaten. She tried to make fun of companies like McDonald's and probably Burger King. He would start bringing out his ukulele, start making making a YouTube apology video. But instead of an apology video, it's a conversion video. We start singing, "Eating animals is wrong. Please don't eat." Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Another way they're doing this is by going to freaking malls and start pouring blood into the floor and then wear a furry costume. I'm not kidding. You just gotta watch it. They're wearing furry costumes and pretend they're dead, and then they just bring out a flat screen TV that says, "Did you know that you're eating this? Did you know these animals are being slaughtered daily?" And it starts running crocodile tears in the face. Oh, yeah, that's what they do. There's none of them here in Indonesia, but most of them are in Europe and America. That makes sense because that place is wild. So, am I making vegans a bad people? No. There's actually good beneficial things for being vegan. In a lot of meat, there's a lot of things that cause you cancer. But that's not it. There's a lot of things that cause cancer. In fact, here are some things that are probably going to give you cancer. So the majority is everything gives you cancer. Being alive right now is probably going to give you cancer. But unless you just eat healthy and stay away from bad foods and have a balanced diet, it's okay. So what's the conclusion here? Well, majority of vegans would like to protest and say blah 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 this and blah 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 that and don't eat animals, don't eat this, don't eat that. That's never gonna happen because it's just the way of life. Sure, if you want to tell people about being vegan, you could just, hey, you should try. I'm not saying you should fully commit yourself to being vegan, but just try. Because no one actually likes being forced to do. Same like religion. When the Spanish came into to the South America and the North America, they don't want to be convert to Christianity, but they were forced to, and now I don't know, that's what they feel. Vegans to me are just like normal people. They didn't do anything too much. You're not getting a medal out of me. You're not giving a congratulations. You saved the world at some point. Overall, I think that's it. Not all vegans are bad, but some vegans are way out of line. Just to make sure, I'm not going to make fun of any vegans here. I'm just making sure that you and some other vegans there also understands that not everything is all good. Some animals get slaughtered. Yeah, no kidding. We've been doing that for thousands of years. Even plants feel pain. Did you know that? Plants feel pain? Go search it up. I'm not doing any more edits though.